given expression is 3 plus ax to the power of 9. Okay. Now, if the coefficient of x square and x cube. So first of all, let's find the term which contains x square and x cube. So I start by saying let tr plus 1 contain x cube. Contain x cube.
Good morning, sir.
Good morning. Let tr plus 1 contain x cube. So therefore, what is tr plus 1? So clearly here n is equal to how much? N is equal to 9, right? So tr plus 1 would be 9 c r. A here is 3 to the power of 9 minus r, and x here is ax to the power of r. So you can write this as, if you separate now your x, you have 9cr into 3 to the power of 9 minus r into a to the power of r into x to the power of r. So this entire thing is called the coefficient of x to the power of r, right? This is called the coefficient of x to the power of r within brackets, right? Now, if this term contains x cube, contains x cube, therefore x to the power of r must be equal to x cube. That means r is equal to 3, right? So therefore, what is tr plus 1? 9c3, 3 to the power of 9 minus 3 into a cube into x cube. If you put r is equal to 3, right? So you get 9c3 into 3 to the power of 6 into a cube. This is the coefficient of x cube, right? So we have found out the coefficient of x cube. Now let's proceed to find out the coefficient of x square. So I say let tp plus 1 contain x square instead of tr plus 1, because I have taken it as x cube. So I take this as tp plus 1. Okay. So let tp plus 1 contain x square. Okay. So therefore tp plus 1 is ncp e to the power of n minus p ax to the power of p, right? So if this term contains x square, let me separate first. So you have 9cp into 3 to the power of 9 minus p into e to the power of p x to the power of p. So this is your coefficient of x to the power of p. So if this term contains x square, that means x to the power of p must be equal to x square. That means you're getting p is equal to 2, right? So therefore, what is tp plus 1? Therefore, tp plus 1 is the same as t2 plus 1, which is t3. This is the third term. In fact, I should have written here also tr plus 1, because I had got the value of r. I could have written a tr plus 1 is equal to t3 plus 1 is equal to t4, right? So the term that contained x cube was the fourth term, and the term that contains x square is the third term here actually. So this is 9c3, 9c2, because we have got r is equal to 2 into 3 to the power of 9 minus 2 into a square x square. So you get here 9c2 3 to the power of 7 a square, and this is x square. X square. So this is the coefficient of your x square in the expansion. Okay, now what is it given? If you read the question, it is given that the coefficient of x square and x cube are the same. It is given a coefficient of x square and x cube in the expansion of 3 plus x to the power of 9 are the same. So if these two are the same, that means this coefficient here, this part must be equal to this part. So if the coefficient of x cube and x square are the same, therefore you can say 9c3 into 3 to the power of 6 into a cube must be equal to 9c2 into 3 to the power of 7 into a square, right? So now what you do is you take everything on one side, 9c3, that is make the right hand side 0, into 3 to the power of 6 into a cube minus 9c2 into 3 to the power of 7 a square is equal to 0. Okay, now from these two you can take 3 to the power of 6 common. 3 to the power of 6 into a square you can take common. So what are you left with? 9c3a minus 9c2 is equal to 0. That means 9c3a minus 9c2 is equal to 0, because this part is not equal to 0, since a not equal to 0.
Sir,
Tell me.
so I think we have 3 also in the bracket. 9C2, we have 3 also.
9c2 we have 3. Where is it? Okay,
So
3
3 to
3
the
into
power of 7. Yes.
3 into 9c2, right? Okay, so this is 3 into
Yes.
9c2. So this is 9c3a is equal to 3 into 9c2. That means a is equal to 3 into 9c2 divided by 9c3. Okay, now you can find out the value of 9c2 by 9c3. You will get this as 3 into 3 by 7, which is equal to 9 by 7. And that should be your answer. That is the value of a. Okay. We move on to the next problem then. Number 6. If you read the question, it states here that write down the fourth term in the expansion of the binomial px plus 1 by x to the power of n. Okay, so let's finish this part. So given expression here is px plus 1 by x to the power of n. You need to write down the fourth term. Okay, so therefore fourth term is equal to t4 is equal to t3 plus 1, right? So r here is 3. We have nc3 a to the power of n minus r. A is px to the power of 9 minus n into x to the power of r. This is 9 minus n minus 3. This is n minus r. Okay, so this is your the fourth term. Okay, let's simplify this a little. nc3 into p to the power of n minus 3 into x to the power of n minus 3 divided by x cube. So you get here nc3 p to the power of n minus 3 x to the power of n minus 3 minus 3, which is n minus 6. Okay, so this is the fourth term in this binomial. Okay, let's read the next part of the question. If this term is independent of x, find the value of n. So if this term is independent of x, then this part must be equal to 1, right? So if this term is independent of x, if this term is independent of x, therefore x to the power of n minus 6 must be equal to 1. That means x to the power of n minus 6 must be equal to x to the power of 0. That means you get n minus 6 is equal to 0. That means you're getting n is equal to 6. That was the question. With this, if this term is independent of x, find the value of n. So we have found out the value of n, which is 6. Okay, now next part. With this value of n, calculate the value of p, given that the fourth term is equal to 5 by 2. So given here that T4 is equal to 5 by 2. So what is T4 here? T4, what have we found? We have found T4 is equal to this, right? So put the value here, put the value of n. N is 6, 6C3, t to the power of 6 minus 3 into 1, because this term we have taken as 1, independent of x, is equal to 5 by 2, right? So from here you can find out the value of p, isn't it? So here we get
Yes, sir.
6 into 5 into 4 divided by 1 into 2 into 3, p to the power of 3 is equal to 5 by 2. Okay, so now from here what can you do? You can cancel these 2's and you can cancel these 2 5's. So therefore you get and then this another 3 will cancel here. So you get 8p cube is equal to 1. That means you get p cube is equal to 1 by 8. P cube is equal to half cube. That means p is equal to half. Okay, so that's the value of p, and this sum is also over. Okay, let's move on to the next problem then. Okay, this problem here has 3 parts. Number 7. The expansion by the binomial theorem of 2x plus 1 by x to the power of 10 is, and the expansion is given to you till 4 terms. Okay, and there are 3 questions. So let's write here. So given 2x plus 1 by x to the power of 10. The expansion of this is given to you as 1024 x to the power of 10 plus 640 x to the power of 9 plus ax to the power of 8 plus bx to the power of 7 and so on. It continues. Okay, so only 4 terms, first 4 terms of the expansion are given to you. First question is calculate the numerical values of a and b. Okay, so what I do here is because I have to calculate these coefficients here, coefficient of x to the power of 8 and coefficient of x to the power of 7. Okay, you can proceed in 2 ways. That is, you can either take let r plus 1 term contain x to the power of 8 and then you can proceed to find out the coefficient, or better still you can expand this binomially till 4 terms in ascending powers of x. Okay, so if you are going to expand this binomially, you're going to get in the ascending powers of x. So NCR, NC0, e to the power of n into x to the power of 0. This will, if you see, this will give you this term, right? Because the coefficient is x to the power of 10. That means we are on the right track. Otherwise, if you suppose, if you see that you are not getting this term, but then what will you do? Then you will just reverse the power here. You will make this as a power 10 and you will make this as a power 0. Is it clear? Or does this okay, so I hope this is clear. So
Yes,
you,
sir.
because you see the power above as 10, you make this as the power of 10 and you make this as the power of 0. That is your, if you don't see that the powers are matching, then you interchange a and x. Okay. Plus next term will be 10c1 2x into 1 by x to the power of 9. This will give you a next term, 640x to the power of 9. And now we are going to get the next term, 10c2. You have 2x square into 1 by x to the power of 8 plus 10c3 2x cube into 1 by x to the power of 7 and so on. Okay, so what are a and b? Now you just separate this. Okay, you just separate the coefficient and the x, you will get the value of a and b. So first of all, first term is given to you, so you can just write it as it is. So 1024 x to the power of 10. The next term 640 x to the power of 9. You can write this term. This term you have to simplify. So 10c2 into 2 square into x square by x to the power of 8, right? Plus 10c3 into 2 cube into x cube by x to the power of 7. Okay, and plus this will continue. So you get here 1024 x to the power of 10 plus 640 x to the power of 9, and you can this is it has come in the denominator. It should be, no, I have made a mistake while writing, and that is this should be 2x to the power of, these powers are wrong. Okay, see where the power should be descending. First power is 2x of power, first power of 2x is 10. Next power should be 9. Next power should be 8, and this should become square, and this power should be 7, and this power should be 3. So now this is okay. So let me just change the powers here. So you have 10c2 2 to the power of 8 into x to the power of 8 by x square, and you have 2 to the power of 7 into x to the power of 7 by x cube, right? 2x plus 1 by x, or is it 1 by 8? Just let me check. Okay, this is 1 by 8. I have written 1 by x. This is 1 by 8. That is why this problem is happening. All this is 8. Okay. So this is 2x plus 1 by x. Even given here is the expansion of 2x plus 1 by 8. Okay. So now it's okay. So this is, let me just change these two. So you have 10c2 into 2 to the power of 8 by 8 square, x to the power of 8, plus 10c3 into 2 to the power of 7 by 8 cube into x to the power of 7 plus and so on. Okay. So now if we find out the value of 10C2 into 2 to the power of 8 by 8 square, you are going to get this as 180 x to the power of 8 plus, and here you are going to get this as 30 x to the power of 7 plus and so on. Okay, so what are the values of a and b? Hence a is equal to coefficient of x to the power of 8 was a, so a is equal to 180. And what is the value of b? 30. So we have found out the values of a and b. Okay, that answers the first part of the question. Next part of the question is coefficient of x to the power of 8 in the expansion of 3x minus 2 into 2x plus 1 by x to the power of 8. Now this is very interesting. What is given here? 3x minus 2 into 2x plus 1 by x 8 to the power of 10. You need to find out the coefficient of x to the power of 8 in this expansion. Now I see that this expression is a product of two expressions, right? So what you do is 3x minus 2 you keep as it is, and we have already expanded this above binomially, so you write this. So 1024 x to the power of 10 plus 640 x to the power of 9, and you can put the value of a here, 180 x to the power of 8 plus 30 x to the power of 7 plus and so on, right? We don't need all the terms. You need to find out the coefficient of x to the power of 8. So when you're multiplying these two expressions, how do you multiply? You multiply 3x with each of this, right? With each of this, isn't it? And then what you do, you multiply 2 with each of this, right? This is how you multiply. Now if
Yes, sir.
when you are multiplying, in which term will you get x to the power of 8? In which of the terms are you going to get x to the power of 8? That you will have to see. So when you're multiplying this 3x by x to the power of 7, will you get x to the power of 8? Right? You'll get.
Yes, sir.
So that means uh, what is the coefficient of x to the power of 8? You're multiplying 3 by 30. So 3 plus 3 into plus 30. This is one you're going to get, right? Another, how you're going to get x to the power of 8? You can multiply this 2 with this to get x to the power of 8, right? So when
Yes,
you're
sir.
after multiplying, you'll be adding these two, right? And then getting the coefficient of x to the power of 8. So therefore plus minus 2 into 180. This is going to give you, this is the coefficient of x to the power of 8. So this is 90 minus 360, which is equal to minus 270, right? So that is what is the coefficient, because all the other terms, if you multiply, either you are going to get powers that are lesser than 8 or you're going to get powers that are greater than 8. Only these two terms, when you multiply, you're going to get x to the power of 8. And what should be the coefficient? This will be the coefficient. Okay, clear with this or any question?
Yes, sir. No, sir, clear.
Okay, let's do the next part instead of erasing. Number 3, the value of x for which the third and fourth term in the expansion are equal. Okay, so third, you have another binomial given here, the given expression. Two x plus 1 by x to the power of 10, 1 by 8 to the power of 10. Now they are asking you what should be the value of x for which the third and the fourth terms of this binomial will be equal. Okay, so let's find out the third and the fourth term. What should be the third and fourth terms of this expansion? So clearly here, how much is n? N is 10. So therefore third term t3 is equal to t2 plus 1, which is equal to 10c2 2x to the power of 10 minus 2 into 1 by 8 to the power of 2. This is your T3, right? So you get 10C2 into 2 to the power of 8 into x to the power of 8 divided by 8 square, right? So you can simplify this to be 180 x to the power of 8. Okay. T4. In fact, T3 was already given there. Okay, above. T4 is also given to you. T3 plus 1 is equal to 10C3 2x to the power of 10 minus 3 1 by 8 to the power of 3. So you get here 10C3 into 2 to the power of 7 divided by 8 cube into x to the power of 7. So you can find this value to be 30x to the power of 5. In fact, this term was also given to you above. You see in this expansion, this term and this term were given to you, the third and the fourth term, T3, and this was T4. Anyway, we have found out the third term and the fourth term. Now, for what value of x will they be equal? So therefore, T3 is equal to T4 means third and the fourth term, if they are equal, then it means 180x to the power of 8. We have found T3 as this, and T4 is 30x to the power of 7. This is what we have found out. So now we can solve this equation. Take everything on the left hand side, reduce the right hand side to 0. Right? So now what can you take common from here? 30x to the power of 7. You can take common to get 6x minus 1 is equal to 0. That means what do you get? Either x is equal to 0 or 6x minus 1 is equal to 0. That means what are the values of x? Either x is equal to 0 or x is equal to 1 by 6. So for these two values, the third and the fourth term will be equal. Okay, so this is fine.
Yes, sir.
Let's proceed to the next problem. Okay, number 8. Question here is find the coefficient of x to the power of 7 in ax square plus 1 by bx to the power of 11 and the coefficient of x to the power of minus 7 in ax plus 1 by bx to the power of 11. This power is also 11. Okay. If these coefficients are equal, find a relation between a and b. Okay, so first given expression here is ax square plus 1 by bx to the power of 11. So here n is equal to 11. Right? You need to find the coefficient of x to the power of 7. Let us first find the term which contains x to the power of 7. So I say let tr plus 1 contain x to the power of 7. Okay, so therefore, what is this term here? 7 tr plus 1 is 11 cr ax square to the power of 11 minus r into 1 by bx to the power of r, right? Now you simplify this and separate your x from here. So you get here 11 cr into e to the power of 11 minus r into x square to the power of 11 minus r into 1 by b to the power of r x to the power of r, which is equal to 11 cr e to the power of 11 minus r into x to the power of you can multiply 2 with 11 minus r to get 22 minus 2r into 1 by b to the power of r x to the power of r, which is equal to 11 cr into e to the power of 11 minus r, okay, divided by b to the power of r, and you can write the x's as in the numerator 22 minus 2r divided by x to the power of r. Okay, so which is equal to 11cr a to the power of 11 minus r divided by b to the power of r x to the power of 22 minus 3r. Right? So we managed to separate x. So what is the coefficient of x to the power x to the power of 22 minus 3r? This is the coefficient, right? Okay. So we have found this term which contains x to the power of now if this term contains x to the power of 7, because we have to find x to the power of 10. So if this term contains x to the power of 7, therefore x to the power of 22 minus 3r is equal to x to the power of 7. That means 22 minus 3r is equal to 7. Okay, so you'll get the value of r is equal to 5 if you solve this equation. Okay, so what have we found? We have found the term which contains x to the power of 7. So therefore, what is the coefficient here? This part is the coefficient, right? So therefore, what is the coefficient of x to the power of 7? The value of r, 11c5 e to the power of 11 minus 5 divided by b to the power of 5. So you get here 11c5 into a to the power of 6 divided by b to the power of 5. This is the coefficient of x to the power of 7. Okay. Now, the coefficient of x to the power of 7 in this expansion and coefficient of x to the power of minus 7 in this expansion. So what is this term? What is this binomial given? Ax plus 1 by bx squared to the power of 11. So given expression is equal to ax plus 1 by bx squared to the power of 11. This is a different binomial, right? So in this, they have said x to the power of minus 7 in this expansion, right? So again, I say let tp plus 1 contain x to the power of minus 7. Right? So therefore, what is tp plus 1? So again, you can write here n is equal to 11. Find out the tp plus 1th term, pth term in fact. tp plus 1 means the pth term. So this is 11 cp ax to the power of 11 minus p into 1 by bx squared to the power of p, right? So now you simplify this, you get 11 cp into e to the power of 11 minus p into x to the power of 11 minus p divided by b to the power of p into x square to the power of p. So this you get 11 cp into e to the power of 11 minus p divided by b to the power of p into x to the power of 11 minus p divided by x to the power of 2p, which is equal to 11 cp into e to the power of 11 minus p divided by b to the power of p into x to the power of 11 minus 3p. Right? Now, if this term contains x to the power of minus 7, if this term contains x to the power of minus 7, therefore x to the power of 11 minus 3p must be equal to x to the power of minus 7. That means 11 minus 3p must be equal to minus 7. That means you get p is equal to 6. Okay, so what is the coefficient here? This part is the coefficient of x to the power of minus 7. So therefore, coefficient of x to the power of minus 7, put the value of p, 11c6 e to the power of 11 minus 6 divided by b to the power of 6. Okay, so you get here 11c6 into e to the power of 5 divided by b to the power of 6. This is the coefficient. Okay. Now, what have they said? That these coefficients are equal. Which coefficients are equal? Coefficient of x to the power of 7 and coefficient of x to the power of minus 7 in the two expansions. Therefore, equate them. So, coefficient of x to the power of 7 in ax square plus 1 by bx to the power of 11 is equal to coefficient of x to the power of minus 7 in ax plus 1 by bx square to the power of 11. So what are the coefficients that we have found out here? 11c5 e to the power of 6 divided by b to the power of 5 is equal to 11c6 e to the power of 5 divided by b to the power of 6. Okay. So you need to solve this equation and get a relation between a and b. Okay. How do you solve? You take everything to one side. 11c5 e to the power of 6 by b to the power of 5 minus 11c6 a to the power of 5 by b to the power of 6 is equal to 0. Okay, now from here you can take e to the power of 5 by b to the power of 5 common to get e to the power of 11 into 11c5 minus 11c6 by b is equal to 0. Okay, that means e to the power of 11 into 11c5 minus 11c6 by b is equal to 0. Okay, so now,
Excuse me, sir.
yes,
Sir, I think the power of A will be 1.
yeah, this will be a, simply a. So this will also be a. Now you can simplify this and get a into 11c5 is equal to 11c6 by b, and you can get ab is equal to 11c6 by 11c5, which will give you 1. So that is the required relation between a and b. Okay, so I'll stop here then, and we'll continue tomorrow.